Hey everyone, I'll be showcasing my upgraded 4 cheese pizza build. I'm going to show you how well it's performing and show you what every building is making. This one is doing 28 4 cheese pizzas per hour, better than my regular design that was doing 25 per hour. This one could still do 30 or 31 per hour if you were to increase the milk production even further. It's actually making enough milk for 29 4 cheese pizzas per hour, but the reason it's not actually making 29 is because of the balance between butter and cheese. Since they both take in milk, it's actually producing enough butter to make a little over 30 per hour. That's why you'll see me end up with an excess amount of dough that'll eventually get auto sold, and it's making enough cheese for 28 per hour. That's why I have the 28 4 cheese pizzas per hour. But I just wanted to explain that just in case you were wondering. Yes, you could probably move the bakeries around and get it to 29 per hour, but I'm gonna go right into it and show you what every building is making. There are 17 tree farms. One is on a yellow craft timer because it's being affected by shade. There are 3 rice fields, 3 tomato farms, 5 wheat fields. 1 is also on a yellow craft timer because of the shade. 3 sugarcane fields, 7 salt fields. These 5 are on a green craft timer because they're right next to the ocean. These 2 are not because they are far away from the ocean. They don't have any passive salty. For the livestock, there are 15 milk barns in total. Pay attention to the way I have them rotated. These are facing the south side. All these other ones are facing the north side, so it evenly distributes the cows to the meadows. There is 1 chicken coop making all the eggs required for this, and there are a total of 55 meadows. There are a total of 36 windmills. 21 are making flour. The 2 on the top left corner over here are on a green craft timer making flour, and then there are 19 more making flour on a red craft timer, which I will show right here. There are 10 windmills making salt on a red craft timer, and there are 5 windmills making sugar on a red craft timer. There are 4 bakeries, 2 making butter, 1 on the south side, 1 next to the storehouse over here, and the 2 in between are making dough. You could move this around if you're trying to balance the butter to cheese ratio and try to get 29 cheese pizzas per hour that way. There's 3 Italian restaurants. These 2 are making the 4 cheese pizza, and the one farther away is making the pizza base. This ensures that the ones making 4 cheese pizza are actually getting the cheese quicker than the one making the pizza base. There are 4 sauce facilities. The 3 closest to the ponds over here are making the rice vinegar, and the one away from the pond area is making the tomato paste. There are 4 sauce facilities. The 3 closest to the pond are making the rice vinegar, and the other one over here is making tomato paste. There are 5 mixing tents. The 3 closest to the power plant are making the white rice, and the 2 right here are making cheese. There are a total of 7 logger houses, 8 tractors, and 4 ATVs. There are 2 silos, which is enough storage for all the crops because they are so close to the windmills. 3 storehouses, which I've had no issue with anything getting jammed up using these 3 storehouses, and 1 fuel storage for the gasoline and petroleum. You have your standard gasoline setup with 2 water pumps, 2 power plants, refinery in between those crafting gasoline, and the refinery to the side crafting petroleum. You have an oil seep providing passive crude oil to the refinery crafting petroleum, as well as one of the power plant, which is still making energy, but you don't actually need to make energy. There is no warehouse, lumber mill, or lumber yard at the very end of the build, but you would have them around here temporarily. You could just make temporary dirt roads here and put your lumber mills, warehouses, and lumber yards all here, and in the very end just replace them for meadows for the cows. And there's only 1 trade depot. This build is more balanced than the regular one, and we're not auto selling gasoline or petroleum like the regular one that I showed, so you can get away with just having 1 trade depot. Everything on auto sell is at a sell ads amount of 10. You do not need to auto sell gasoline or petroleum. Here is what the build looks like on the visualizer. Total cost is about 13.2 million. Wages are at 14,420 per minute. You will have no issue with the wages because you are selling plenty of 4 cheese pizzas per hour, and it comes with 2 stages, what the biome looks like at the start and the finished design right here. You can find the file for this on my Discord server, and an invite link is in the description of the video. No NFTs are required, but like my previous design, the Gilded Barns and the Crafty Meadows would provide a significant difference for this build. I'm not sure if you could improve this even further because you would need more space to get a higher milk production, but like I already mentioned, the only thing I would do is move the bakery crafts around and try to balance butter and cheese so you can get 29 4 cheese pieces per hour. Another idea I had is move this mixing tent with this sauce facility. It's already making a lot of tomato paste more than it needs to, so maybe having the mixing tent closer will allow it to make cheese a little faster and somehow balance it to 29 4 cheese pieces per hour that way. Otherwise, unless you have NFTs that will reduce the craft time of the milk barns and meadows, there probably isn't a way to push it past 29 per hour. But if you happen to figure it out, do let me know. It's always nice to see that people made improvements beyond my expectations or speculations. I hope this build gives you an idea of how you could or could have improved your 4 cheese pizza design. If it did, feel free to let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you haven't done so. I always post a lot of Townstar content to help you guys out. If you ever want to help me support the channel, you can find links in the description on how to do that. And as always, I appreciate your support and thank you for watching.